You're listening to LeadAI.dev, your daily updates on AI development. Today's topic is AI-powered journalism verification. Objection's 2026 platform launch. Here's a quick overview. Thiel-backed Objection launches AI journalism verification platform, allowing paid challenges to news stories while raising concerns about press freedom and whistleblower protection. Now, let's ask our analyst about these developments. What's new? AI journalism verification platform launches in 2026?
Objection. A startup backed by Peter Thiel has launched an AI powered platform that allows users to pay for automated challenges to journalism stories. The system uses advanced natural language processing and fact checking algorithms to analyze news articles, cross reference claims against verified databases, and generate detailed reports questioning journalistic accuracy. Users can submit any published article for review, paying fees ranging from $50 for basic fact checks to $500 for comprehensive investigative challenges that include source verification and contextual analysis. The platform employs a multi-layered AI system combining large language models with specialized fact-checking databases, court records, financial filings, and academic sources. When a user submits an article, the AI breaks down each factual claim, searches for contradicting evidence, identifies potential bias indicators, and generates a structured report highlighting questionable assertions. The system can process articles in under 10 minutes, providing citations, confidence scores, and suggested alternative interpretations of events. Advanced features include source credibility scoring, timeline verification, and statistical claim validation. This represents a significant shift from traditional media accountability mechanisms, which previously relied on editorial oversight, peer review, and manual fact-checking organizations. Unlike human fact-checkers who focus on select high-profile stories, Objections AI can process unlimited submissions simultaneously, creating a scalable challenge system for any published content. The platform's automated approach eliminates the resource constraints that limited previous fact-checking efforts, though it raises questions about algorithmic bias and the nuanced judgment required for complex journalistic investigations. Paper challenge model, $50 basic fact checks. $500 comprehensive investigations with source verification, 10-minute processing time for full article analysis using multi-database cross-referencing AI confidence scoring system rates claim accuracy from 0% with supporting citations, automated source credibility assessment using historical accuracy metrics, and bias detection timeline verification feature cross-checks event sequences against multiple data sources.
Thank you for that analysis. Let's move on. Who benefits from AI-powered journalism verification tools?
Legal professionals and litigation support teams represent the primary beneficiaries of AI journalism verification platforms. Law firms handling defamation cases, corporate reputation management, and media liability issues can rapidly generate evidence packages challenging news coverage. The automated analysis provides structured documentation for legal proceedings, with citation-backed reports that meet court evidence standards. Corporate communications teams at Fortune 500 companies can proactively monitor coverage and prepare rapid responses to potentially damaging stories, reducing crisis response times from days to hours. Independent researchers, academic institutions, and investigative journalists also gain significant value from these tools. Researchers can verify claims in published studies, cross-check source materials, and identify potential conflicts of interest in reporting. News organizations can use the platform for internal fact-checking processes, ensuring accuracy before publication while reducing editorial overhead. Political campaigns and advocacy groups can quickly challenge opponent narratives with documented evidence, though this raises concerns about weaponizing fact-checking for partisan purposes. However, smaller news outlets, whistleblowers, and investigative journalists, as focusing on powerful interests, should approach these tools cautiously. The paper challenge model could enable wealthy individuals or corporations to systematically challenge unfavorable coverage, creating financial pressure on media organizations. Independent journalists without legal resources may find themselves vulnerable to coordinated AI-powered challenges designed to discredit their work rather than improve accuracy. The system's effectiveness depends heavily on the quality and bias of its training data and reference sources. Legal teams gain court-ready evidence packages for media liability and defamation cases. Corporate communications can monitor and respond to coverage within hours. Instead of days, academic researchers can verify study claims and identify source conflicts. Systematically, news organizations can streamline internal fact-checking with automated pre-publication verification.
Great insight. Really helpful context. How to get started. Implementing AI journalism verification?
Before using AI journalism verification platforms, organizations must establish clear protocols for handling automated fact check results. Legal teams should review the platform's methodology documentation, understand confidence scoring systems, and determine which types of claims warrant automated verification versus human expert review. Technical teams need API access credentials, integration specifications for existing content management systems, and data security protocols for handling potentially sensitive article submissions and verification reports. The verification process begins with article submission through the platform's web interface or API integration. Users paste article URLs or upload text files, select verification depth levels, and specify focus areas such as financial claims, source credibility, or timeline accuracy. The AI system processes submissions in priority order based on payment tier, with premium users receiving faster turnaround times and more comprehensive analysis. Users can track progress through dashboard interfaces showing processing status, preliminary findings, and estimated completion times. Upon completion, the platform generates structured reports containing claim by claim analysis, source verification results, and confidence scores for each finding. Users can export reports in multiple formats, including PDF for legal documentation, JSON for system integration, and HTML for web publication. Advanced users can configure automated monitoring for specific publications, keywords, or topics, receiving alerts when potentially problematic coverage appears. Integration with legal case management systems allows automatic report filing and evidence organization. Establish verification protocols. Define which claims require AI versus human expert review. Configure API integration. Set up automated submission workflows for content monitoring. Select verification depth. Choose basic fact-checking vias. Comprehensive source investigation. Export structured reports. Generate court-ready documentation with citations and confidence scores. Monitor ongoing coverage. Set up automated alerts for specific topics or publications.
That's a very interesting point. Tell us about competitive context. AI verification versus traditional fact checking.
Objection's AI platform competes directly with established fact-checking organizations like Snopes, PolitiFact, and FactCheck.org, but offers fundamentally different capabilities and limitations. Traditional fact checkers provide expert human judgment, contextual analysis, and nuanced interpretation of complex political and social issues. However, they process limited article volumes due to resource constraints and focus primarily on high-profile stories or viral misinformation. Objections AI can process unlimited submissions simultaneously but lacks human insight into context, sarcasm, and sophisticated propaganda techniques that require cultural understanding. Compared to emerging AI competitors like ClaimBuster and FullFacts automated tools, Objection differentiates through its pay-per-challenge business model and comprehensive legal documentation features. While academic AI fact-checking tools focus on research applications, Objection targets commercial and legal use cases with court-ready evidence packages. The platform's Thiel backing provides significant resources for database expansion and algorithm development, potentially creating competitive advantages in processing speed and source coverage compared to grant-funded academic projects. The platform's main limitation lies in its potential for misuse as a harassment tool against legitimate journalism. Unlike traditional fact checkers who maintain editorial independence and focus on public interest, Objection's paid model could enable coordinated attacks on unfavorable coverage. The system cannot distinguish between good faith accuracy concerns and strategic attempts to discredit reporting through technical challenges. This creates reputational risks for the platform and potential legal liability if reports are used to support frivolous defamation claims. Unlimited processing capacity Vs. Traditional fact checkers resource constraints, court-ready legal documentation Vs. Academic tools research-focused paper-challenge model enables potential misuse Vs. Editorial independence of traditional checkers lacks human judgment for context and sophisticated propaganda detection.
Good analysis. Let's continue. What's next? Future of AI-powered media accountability in 2026.
Objection plans to expand its AI capabilities with real-time monitoring systems that can flag potentially problematic claims before publication, targeting partnerships with news organizations for pre-publication fact-checking integration. The company is developing specialized modules for financial journalism verification, political campaign coverage analysis, and scientific claim validation. Advanced features under development include deepfake detection for multimedia content, source authentication through blockchain verification, and predictive modeling to identify likely misinformation patterns before they spread widely. The platform's integration ecosystem will likely expand to include legal case management systems, corporate reputation monitoring tools, and academic research platforms. PI partnerships with content management systems could enable automated fact checking workflows for publishers, while integration with social media platforms might provide real time misinformation detection capabilities. However, regulatory challenges are emerging as governments consider oversight of automated fact checking systems and their potential impact on press freedom. The broader implications for journalism include potential fundamental changes to reporter source relationships, investigative methodology, and media liability insurance requirements. News organizations may need to adapt editorial processes to account for automated challenges, potentially creating chilling effects on sensitive reporting about powerful interests. The technology's effectiveness will ultimately depend on maintaining algorithmic transparency, preventing coordinated misuse, and balancing accuracy improvements with press freedom protection. Success requires careful consideration of the technology's role in democratic discourse rather than purely commercial applications. Real-time monitoring integration for pre-publication fact-checking workflows, specialized modules for financial, political, and scientific journalism verification, API partnerships with content management and social media platforms for automated detection, regulatory oversight development addressing press freedom and algorithmic transparency concerns.
Great analysis. So, what are the key takeaways from all of this?
AI journalism verification platforms can process unlimited articles simultaneously, but lack human judgment for complex contextual analysis. Paper challenge models risk enabling coordinated attacks on legitimate journalism by well funded interests. Legal teams gain court ready evidence packages for media liability cases with structured citations and confidence scoring. Integration with existing workflows requires clear protocols distinguishing AI appropriate claims from those needing human expert review.
And what market signals should our listeners watch for?
Automated fact checking market expansion. The launch of commercially viable AI journalism verification represents significant market maturation beyond academic research tools. Thiel's backing indicates serious venture capital interest in media accountability technology, suggesting potential for rapid scaling and competitive platform development. This shift from grant funded research to commercial applications could accelerate adoption across legal, corporate, and media sectors while raising concerns about algorithmic bias and editorial independence. Legal technology integration acceleration. Law firms increasingly require automated evidence generation for media liability cases, driving demand for AI platforms that produce court ready documentation. The integration of fact checking with legal case management systems represents convergence between legal tech and media analysis markets. This trend indicates growing litigation around media coverage, potentially reshaping how news organizations approach risk management and editorial decision making processes. Press freedom technology tensions. The emergence of paid journalism challenges creates new dynamics between technology capabilities and democratic discourse protection. Regulatory bodies are beginning to examine automated fact checking systems for potential misuse against legitimate reporting, particularly regarding whistleblower protection and investigative journalism. This tension between accuracy improvement and press freedom indicates need for industry standards and oversight mechanisms to prevent technology weaponization.
What should developers and operators do with this information?
Implement AI journalism verification for legal teams handling media liability cases within 30 days of platform access. Establish automated monitoring workflows for corporate communications teams when facing potential reputation threats. Configure API integration with existing content management systems for news organizations seeking pre-publication fact-checking. Deploy systematic verification protocols for academic research teams conducting literature reviews and meta-analyses.
Thank you for listening to LeadAI.dev. Stay tuned for our next daily updates in this rapidly emerging market.